Millie and Molly's Morsels. Something was very wrong with the day. Aunt Maud wasn't in her garden. Stringer wasn't practicing his shots, and Mr. Burger closed the shop. Millie and Molly found Aunt Maud slumped over a basket of vegetables. "What's wrong, Aunt Maud?" asked Molly. "My spinach is stunted, my potatoes are bumpy, and my tomatoes are lopsided. Nobody will buy them," snipped Aunt Maud. "They'll still taste the same. Somebody will buy them," said Millie. "You're right, but who?" snapped Aunt Maud. Millie and Molly found Stringer slumped over his basketball. "What's wrong, Stringer?" asked Molly. "I've been dumped from the team. I don't have energy," he said. "Oh no," cried Millie. "You're the star of the team." Stringer got in first. "And don't tell me to eat my vegetables," he said. "I hate them." Millie and Molly found Mr. Burger slumped in his chair. "I've been blamed for everybody's health problems," he sighed. "But please tell me, who wants to buy a vegetable burger?" Millie and Molly looked at each other. "We can solve the problem," said Millie. "With everybody else's problems," said Molly. "Stringer needs to eat vegetables. Aunt Maud has just the vegetables we need to make something," said Millie. "And if we don't call it a vegetable something, Stringer might eat it," said Molly. Mr. Burger took a moment to work that out and then clapped his hands together. He was out of his chair and into his apron. Millie and Molly collected the basket of vegetables from Aunt Maud and then rolled up their sleeves. Mr. Burger was back in business with an addition to the menu, Morsels. Stringer was first in the line. Millie and Molly held their breath. "I'll have some of those." "Thank you, Mr. Burger," he said. "What's in a morsel?" "Just reds and greens," replied Mr. Burger. Millie and Molly caught his wink. Millie and Molly were grateful to Aunt Maud for her basket of vegetables and asked for another. Stringer was back in the team and practicing his shots. Word got around that Mr. Burger had the tastiest morsels in town. "What's more, they give you energy," bragged Stringer. "What's in a morsel?" asked the team. "Just reds and greens," replied Stringer casually. "What are reds and greens?" asked the team just as Aunt Maud arrived with another basket of vegetables. Stringer stopped eating his morsel. He looked at Millie and Molly. Mr. Burger wasn't winking now. "Reds and greens are vegetables, of course," he said. "Millie and Molly's morsels are full of vegetables and energy," said Stringer with the full authority of a star. Millie and Molly's Morsels. Millie and Molly found some neighbors who went through difficulties. Aunt Maud's vegetables didn't grow well. Mr. Burger's shop was to blame for unhealthy food. Stringer didn't get the energy to stay in his basketball team. Millie and Molly thought about their problems and finally found a way to solve all the problems at the same time. Let's find out what it would be. The end.